This is a video I've been wanting to do for a little while. It's where I critique my old horror and thriller short films from way back in the day. Long before I had the channel that I have now, I would jump around from several different channels that had different intentions behind them. So scattered throughout YouTube are a bunch of channels that have some of my old content on it. Please don't go looking for it, they're all terrible. But part of that was making a lot of skits. I used to do a lot more skits and sketch type of content. And I would love to get back into doing more stuff like that. And the reason that a lot of filmmakers and people like me would do horror and thriller is because they're really, really cheap to do. And you can usually get away with doing everything in one, maybe two locations, a haunted house or something like that. And so in the early days of YouTube, especially when YouTube first started, I was on there. And a lot of what I would do would be to sort of experiment and see the type of effects that I could pull off. Could we really pull off, certain, horror effects? And remember, I would have been 13, 14 here. So we're gonna look at a couple of these. I'm gonna critique them, and I haven't seen these in a long time. So I'm really kind of nervous to go back, go this far back. This video here is the first house on the right / scary / funny. Because we didn't know, we were trying to make jokes throughout, but we were also trying to make it scary, so it just comes off all wrong. This is a video I did with my buddy Kiefer, who has a YouTube channel, That Montecore. I'll put a link in the description so you can check him out. He moved away, so we don't get to make videos anymore, unfortunately. And a big shout out to Cam Boyle, who just joined the executive producer tier of my Patreon. Thank you so much, Cam. The link is in the description below if you want to sign up and join so you can see all the cool stuff I post. Wow, guys.
Be careful. Some say that house is haunted.
Haunted? I'll look out for that, Mr. Raymond.
So we would ham up the sound and the special effects. And you can even see here, there's a part where this little girl laughs. So it has nothing to do with anything, but it was just creepy, so I threw it in there. So there were two special effects that we were trying to do. One, we wanted to put my head inside of the cabinet and see if we could make it we try to do a jump scare with it. So I'm gonna show you that one here. So we tried to do these more long dramatic shots here. So we had Kiefer, it was just okay, go into the kitchen, zip up your hoodie and stuff, and then open the cabinet. Oh my gosh, look at my face. So you see we put the blood and stuff on the side of my head. I think that this looks really good. It really looks like there's just a head in the cabinet. So what we did for this, the cabinet actually opens on the other side. So I literally am standing on a chair and just have my head in there. And then when we played it back, we were oh crap, you can actually see me standing in the background. So we were well, let's do a couple things. We can make it zoom in really fast so that we get sort of that jump scare. And because it's so fast, people shouldn't be able to notice me standing. You can see my arms just dangling right there already. This video is the perfect example of using what you have. A friend's parents knew that I loved making videos and stuff, but I didn't have a camera anymore. So they bought me this little $100, it was just a little picture cam, a little Canon picture cam. It was $100. It happened to shoot at 1080p, and I used it for dozens and dozens of videos. And I used it for audio too. So we would shoot a scene with this little camera. We put it on a tripod to try to stabilize it as much as we could. And then when we needed to do audio, clean audio, we would just record the camera, say our audio, and then use that audio and overdub it. So all these videos were made with a $100 camera, and the camera on your phone is better than the camera we were using. So you have no excuse if you want to start making videos. You have no excuse. You can even see the camera here because I made a mistake, and while I'm filming this shot here, I actually get the camera in the mirror, and you can see it's just this really just cheap camera. Okay, so this is another effect that I was really, really proud of at the time. And if I would have gone back, I would have fixed some of the shadowing stuff, but I thought we pulled this off really, really well. There's me hanging up in the shower. And he turns it and I'm gone. What an effect. Very, very cool. I was so happy with the way that turned out, even though you can very clearly see the camera, the cameraman shadow walking away. But this was just a basic pan effect. So in the first shot here, I'm in the mirror. You can see me in the mirror. I'm there for real. When the camera turns, there's a cut there. So we filmed it with me in the bathroom. He turned it real quick. We filmed it again where I'm gone, and he just does the same motion. So it's a very simple, very basic effect, but I love that we made it look as clean as it did here, even with the camera dude. Like, I think that was actually me holding the camera. And now you can see where it starts to get a little ridiculous because we're going heavy on the scary, and then I come in with this ridiculous persona. I can't believe I'm going to show you this right now.
And you are?
My name's Mitch.
Mitch. See, I knew it.
How is this exactly supposed to exercise the ghost?
Oh no, I just wanted to feel your soft hands, yes.
This is so ridiculous, man. This was a lot of fun to do. I miss making videos like this. Okay, that's enough of this one. Okay, this one isn't horror, but before the Dark Knight Rises trailer actually came out, we had rumors of like Bane and stuff, but we didn't know like what he looked like or anything. So we made a fan-made trailer, and I mistakenly titled it the Dark Knight Rises teaser trailer. So people would click on it thinking it was the real trailer, and it wasn't, so they just bombed me with dislikes. So I ended up having to put fan made on the side to try and save face, but nobody cared. I remember Gus was actually jumped off the roof of one of our cars. We'll do anything to get the shot.
Kill them all.
He actually did it twice. We had to get one where I'm on the hood of the car and then another where I'm on the side. So he jumped off twice. So this is a video called Uber the Movie. I think I made this before Uber was even in Pensacola. So it was like right when it was first starting to get in the news and stuff. Taxi drivers were like starting to like murder Uber drivers. I know, it's terrible. I think this is actually on my main channel. This is when I experimented playing with like a drone for the first time. It was a Phantom 2. And then we had this whole scene. I was playing with like green screen. This was the first time I was really trying to incorporate green screen into videos. War between two fierce enemies.
I've got another rider. Can you handle this?
It doesn't look like he's too far.
Jeez, a lot of hair on that chest, my dude. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it looks so terrible. It looks so bad. Yeah, I really like the way this turned out, especially at the time. It's my buddy Manny. I haven't seen him in a while. He's like a Russian taxi driver.
I've been driving in this city for 10 years, and then you come along, you stick your nose in other people's business.
Maybe that's why this got so many dislikes. Not very good at all. So this was a short film I did called Bump in the Night. I did it 3 years ago. Nobody watched it, which is fine. I think it's actually on this main channel. It's a rough watch because I'm trying to like act in it and I'm not a very good actor, but I was really pleased with the way some of the effects look. So the story behind this one was I'm like a house sitter, house sitting for these people, and there's like a spirit or like a demon or something in the house, and you have to be in the house a certain amount of time, and it eventually will like it'll like kill you and like eat your soul or something. Over the course of days, strange things start happening in the house, and eventually I end up dying. Spoiler alert. There was one effect that I wanted to do where I wanted to play with masking. This was the first time I started getting into like masking out stuff. If you don't know what masking is, it's like where you have two of the same shots and one shot is different and you sort of blend the footage together to create an effect. That's a very general term. There's a lot you can do with masking. Like you can mask like multiple layers of stuff. So the specific effect I wanted to do, I wanted to make it so that I had this cross necklace and I wanted the cross necklace to levitate upwards, and then I wanted it to like be pulling towards me as if it wanted to like shoot out and like stab me in the neck. This is terrible, I know, but it was I just wanted to learn the effect. And so I wanted it to look like it was like being pulled. And so we were trying to think of a good way to do it, whether I started the necklace up and then dropped it and then maybe reversed the footage in slow motion. I was like, no, I want it to really just like hang there. This was the first time I tried doing masking, and I actually made a mistake because when you take two pieces of footage, you want the exposure to be the exact same in both. Otherwise, one's going to be lighter and one's going to be darker. And so when you try and blend the footage, it's a lot easier to tell. And I did not do that. So I had to go frame by frame to try and fix the exposure for this shot. Regardless, I think it turned out pretty well. And then it just drops. It was very simple, like it's not a very long thing at all. And we had the cross go, Jesus facing the wall. I notice it, and then I just correct it. I put it back the other way. And a lot of these horror movies and stuff, there's a lot of really simple stuff. Like you're in a kitchen, and all the drawers and stuff are closed in. you walk away and you come back and they're all open, and you try to make it look like it's all one shot so it doesn't break. So I did the exact same thing here. The next thing I wanted a body to be levitating at the top of like a staircase. And the house that we filmed this in was in North Carolina. So I had my brothers there. So we did a mixture of a couple things. We had them hang on to like the rails at the top, and I tried to like shadow it out, mask it out a little bit. We did another where we used some green screen, where I just had them like levitating in front of the green screen. I think we ended up going with the green screen here.
My house, your soul.
Grade A acting. Academy Award, please. I think I'm green screen there too. So we did the first shot where I'm looking up. I was green screen looking up. He was green screen with the legs hanging there. And this is a shot of, this one's all practical, where he's actually just hanging there and his legs are hanging down the stairs. Of course, I ruin it by having all the movies in the background, but it sort of detaches you. It takes you out. Oh, I totally forgot about this. So I freak out. Oh, you know, there's a body floating above on the staircase, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting out of the house. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And I try to unlock the door, and then the door locks itself back immediately. That was a very simple effect. There was somebody on the other end of the door with the key in the lock. I unlock it, and then they quickly just lock it back. And I actually sped up the footage because he was having kind of a hard time. It's kind of an older lock. We did this like 4 or 5 times trying to get that lock to look just right. And I think it turned out okay. And this is a video that we shot in one day, and we had no actual blood, so we had to use ketchup. Never ever do that if you're ever gonna make videos. Never substitute ketchup for blood. It never looks right. But time constraints and stuff, I had to do it. There's me dead. And there's this mysterious person coming in. We have never seen them in the rest of the video. There's just somebody there. And he drags me off screen. I'm seizuring or something. And the blood looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. And then it ends with the voice calling somebody to see if they could house sit again. And it's just the cycle goes over and over again. So that's it for this video, taking a look into some of my older videos. As cringy as they are, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. It helps me out a lot. Comment down below letting me know what you think of some of my old horror thriller videos. And consider subscribing for more fun content. And to my patrons, thank you so much for all the additional support. As always, everyone, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.